Anambra State Governor Soludo says Anambra Art Exhibition is necessary for human development. Ongoing recruitment into Anambra health sector is for indigents, non-indigents. Oil prices spiked diesel to sell for 1,500 naira per litre. On the foreign scene, dengue kills nearly 1,000 people in Bangladesh. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Anambra Arts and Crafts Exhibition has kicked off in Awka, the state capital. The four-day event, sponsored by MTN and 10 others, is being organized by Anambra State Ministry of Culture, Entertainment and Tourism in partnership with the ABS, National Gallery of Arts and 3 others. Correspondent Joseph Ibocha has details.
Declaring the event open, Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by his Chief of Staff, Mr. Ernest Ezaji, said the event is necessary for human capital development and that art and craft works being produced in the state, some of which are from waste materials, will help in making Anambra a fun place to be.
Doing the roads, building the tourist place, we want people to come and feel good factor, enjoy. You have some evening. Na push chair, Ghana our solution fund city. You may say Ghana part of it, and then all this fantastic art. You probably don't quantify the gain about that 5-10 minutes. You now feel good. Check for your BP and all those things. That is the Anambra we are building.
On his part, the Anambra State Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Comrade Don Onyenji, said Governor Chukwuma Soludo is determined to discover abundant talents in the state and expose them to local and international markets.
There is work everywhere. Think. God gave everybody a talent. If you sit down and reflect, you discover your own. And that discovery is what Mr. Governor and the solution team is working to achieve across board in Anambra State. So I want to thank you, like Chief of Staff said. This event is continuing till Saturday.
Special advisor to the governor on youth empowerment programs, Dr. Nelson Omenora, who noted that most of the art and craft works are done by young people, encouraged youths without skills to try and get 1 or 2 in order not to be left behind in the 21st century, adding that there is no better time to be an Anambra youth and now that there is Governor Soludo, whom he said is intentional and committed to making sure that no Anambra youth is left behind in policies and programs of the government.
If you don't have skills, if you don't have something you are selling, if you don't have a particular initiative or idea that you want to put out there that will solve people's problem, you'll be left behind. That is why the governor has invested so much in training of our young people through the One Youth Two Skill initiative. And that is why he's doing a whole lot in making sure that our Solution Innovation District is up and running.
Comrade Emmanuel Oramalo, who led Awka Blacksmiths to the event, called on government to recognize Awka as a technological hub and build technology village to reduce capital flight from the state, thereby improving local economy. He recalled that when farming was entirely manual, Awka men were well celebrated because they go around different places producing farm tools. An African cultural enthusiast, Nkechi Udeboka, who led a disability group that specializes in turning waste into wealth, said the event is necessary for the new generation because it is rooted in the culture of Igbo people and Africans in general. Mrs. Zita Eze, who equally led pupils of Community Primary School Okpuno in Awka South local government area to the event, said Governor Soludo's charge on skills acquisition has helped in bringing out talents of the young ones. Reason they are at the event to showcase different beadworks, handbags, and other things Anambra school children can produce. In Awka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, has reiterated that the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo is committed to promoting competence, experience, and dedication above every other consideration in all recruitment exercises in the state. Dr. Obidike stated this while responding to questions on the ongoing recruitment exercise for health professionals into the State Health Primary Development Agency. Government House correspondent Ejike Abana has details.
said that the recruitment is for qualified senior medical officers, nursing officers, community health officers, community health extension workers, junior community health extension workers, health assistants, and health attendants, saying that it was in error that the advert said that opportunity is only for indigenes of Anambra State. Dr. Obidike explained that the exclusion of non-indigenes goes against the vision, mission, and manifesto of the governor, who is committed to fostering unity among people in the state. The commissioner also stressed that application deadline has been extended from 30th September 2023 to 1 more week by Governor Soludo to allow time for more entries. While projecting the present administration as inclusive, the commissioner pointed out that a large chunk of appointees and civil servants under the employment of the state government are not indigenes of Anambra, assuring that the recruitment exercise will be conducted freely, fairly, and transparently as directed by the governor.
You know, in the manifesto of governor, he said we are going to look for the best hands. We are going to employ, retrain, and retain, and train. That is specifically written in the manifesto. So these are one of the processes. And this is also going to speak to the next area that the governor says that we are going to ensure that we want to end the era of healthcare facilities without medical personnel.
The executive secretary of Anambra State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, pharmacist Chisom Uchem, who apologized to the states and Nigerians for the misleading adverts, said that it was discriminatory and a contradiction of the attributes of Governor Soludo's government.
I, on behalf of myself and the Anambra State government, I wish to express sincere regret and apologies.
She reiterated that the state government makes merit-based appointments and that immediate steps have been taken by the agency to rectify the oversight, and expressed her commitment to the lofty vision of the present administration. Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Christian Aburume, among other top government appointees, were present at the briefing.
Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonya Soludo, will be providing free cervical cancer screening for female civil servants and public servants and wives of male civil servants and public servants in the state. The free cervical cancer screening will be carried out, or to be carried out, in collaboration with the World Health Organization WHO office in Anambra State, will be held in the Head of Service Conference Room, Jerome Udoji Secretariat Complex, Oka, on Friday, September 29, 2023. The Anambra State Head of Service Barrister Chiodora Igwebe, who made the announcement in Oka, stated that the initiative is aimed at promoting women's health and raising awareness about the importance of cervical cancer screening. She explained that with cervical cancer being a significant public health concern, early detection through screenings can make a profound difference in saving lives. The Head of Service, while commending Mrs. Soludo for her role in creating wider education on the danger of cervical cancer among women and for spearheading the just concluded free screening treatment for 5,000 Anambra women, she further noted that by introducing the free screening for female workers and wives of public servants in the state, the governor's wife has once again shown her passion for women's health and overall well-being of Anambra female workforce. Note that Mrs. Soludo is currently the Anambra State Cervical Cancer Ambassador. The Bishop of Aguasa Diocese Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Samuel Eziofor, has commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for giving free education to students and pupils in Anambra public schools. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha reports.
Speaking at the Cathedral Church of St. John, Ekwulobia, in Agwata local government area, during the 2023 annual harvest and paying of homage of the diocese, Bishop Eziofor remarked how he and his wife sang the Universal Free Education song of the 1970s, which was on the lips of every child enjoying free education then, few days before the announcement, adding that the recent heartwarming announcement by the governor deserves thanks.
Welcome idea. What the governor has said about education from primary school to JS3. I particularly am happy. I remember that last week my wife and I were singing the universal song, Universal Free Education song, that we learned in the 70s. And it was a kind of memory. So we're happy.
Corroborating her husband, the bishop's wife and president of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Ezofo, said it was God that put it in the heart of the governor to give free education from primary school to JSS 3 in Anambra public schools, and prayed God to speak to the governor about other areas that need intervention in order to continuously to make Anambra the envy of other states. Acknowledging that private schools charge exorbitant fees and that hardship in the land is taking great toll on the people, Mrs. Ezofo expressed happiness over the governor's pronouncement and advised parents who find it difficult to continue training their words in private schools to withdraw and enroll them in public schools in Anambra, now with quality assurance, adding that going forward, no parents will have any excuse not to send their children to school.
I was so happy because the hardship is too much. People are still suffering to eat. Then think of paying school fees in some of these our private schools that charge exorbitantly. Their school fees is so something else. So I'm so happy for our government.
On her part, a retired director of education, Oka and Agwata Zone Post-Primary School Service Commission, Dr. Uche Moananu, said the governor's announcement of recruitment of additional 3,000 teachers will help to take care of lack of teachers in many subject areas. In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
A nurse, Mrs. Tochukwu Anaso, says the free education policy of Governor Chukwuma Soludo will help in a great way in dealing with the number of out-of-school children in Oka. She stated this during an interview with education correspondent Queen Anibogo on the free education policy of Anambra government. Her report.
Mrs. Anaso, who said she is a product of government school, which was free during her time, expressed excitement at free education policy of Anambra government, saying it will benefit especially children from less privileged homes. She noted that apart from the free education policy, government should motivate teachers through training and retraining, improved salaries, provide sporting facilities for school children, and other convenient structures to make public schools attractive.
That they will also be motivated to do their job. Yes, is a free educational policy that will benefit especially the less privileged in the society that cannot afford to send their children to school.
A technician, Mr. Amos Emenike, in his input, applauded the policy, saying it will bring great relief to parents considering the economic situation in Nigeria today, where many parents can no longer send their children to school. He added that employment of more qualified teachers and regular monitoring of staff and students of public schools to ensure that teachers do not shy away from their work will cause everyone to sit up.
Of parents, and we're executing na primary school. So,
contributing a seamstress, Mrs. Charity Ngoye, advised teachers to be committed to their job, stop student truancy, and called on other governors to emulate the free education policy of Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Queen Anibogo, reporting for ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, oil prices spiked diesel to sell for 1,500 naira per litre. Dengue kills nearly 1,000 people in Bangladesh. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
These high-quality Quaker oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
Look at these high-quality Quaker Oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts.
Take it from me, the mind-blowing way to do things is the Glow LTE advanced way. When you stream, it's like you're in the drama itself. When you make calls, you reach where others can't. Coffee! Doing business is like running Wall Street from your street. And when you play,
I did beat you guy. We'll see about that.
It's like traveling the world without moving an inch.
Is that Toby in your room?
You can download in the blink of an eye in 4K. Go. And when you go for your dreams, it's like running with the strength of 3 nations behind you.
Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Look at these high-quality Quaker oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. Report says the federal government will, in the coming weeks, incur more subsidy on premium motor spirits, otherwise called petrol, as the price of crude oil price yesterday jumped to a record high of $97 per barrel. Manufacturers and business owners may also witness an exponential rise in their cost of production, as the prevailing situation may push the price of diesel and aviation fuel to near 1,500 naira per litre. Oil price has maintained continuous rise and witnessed an increase of about 4% yesterday, as Brent traded for about $97 barrels, to keep the hope of analysts who believe that the commodity would soar past $100 per barrel on track. Although Nigeria should be rejoicing over the windfall at the international markets, the development remains a concern owing to the country's inability to push enough crude oil, as well as total dependence on importation for petroleum products. The situation usually erodes every gain made from crude oil. The people of Nei Umweri community, Anambra East local government area, has appealed to the state government to come and intervene on the distressed Afia Amobu Mbede Umweri road before it gets worse. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye has details.
APS through the road, a stakeholder in the community, Chief Obelu Anipe, who appreciated Governor Chuma Soludo for his numerous works in the state, including the renovation of Umweri General Hospital, called on him to intervene in the said road so that the huge resources spent few years ago in constructing the road will not be a waste. Chief Obelu, who noted that the community had been doing so many palliatives on the road before it goes beyond their reach, appealed to the Anambra State government to also come and curtail gully erosions at Meshie Road and after Anambra East Secretariat, both in Otuacha.
So I saw the press, we are going to governor. Makana I'm an innovator while we are no and I'm not a Megide governor of the government. I'm as a Camille at the Abuja Pocono.
For a resident of the area, Ms. China Samora, the road is very strategic to them and we echo the call for government to come to their aid, as the constant rains this season is doing more harm on the already stressed road. Also speaking, Ifeoma Chukwuorono, whose house is along the road, maintained that if nothing urgent is done on the road, it will get worse, which will hamper their movement, especially on evacuating their farm produce. From Nei Umweri in Anambra East local government area, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
On the foreign scene, nearly 1,000 people have died of dengue in Bangladesh in the recent week in what authorities said is the country's most severe outbreak of the disease yet. Extraordinarily wet monsoon has made it easier for mosquitoes that carry the dengue virus to breed in dirty and stagnant water. Officials have struggled to contain the spread of the disease, and hospitals have been critically overwhelmed. In severe cases, the dengue causes internally bleeding, which can lead to death. Its symptoms include headache, nausea, joint and muscle pain. Dengue is endemic in tropical countries. An outbreak often occurs in urban areas with poor sanitation that will allow virus-carrying mosquitoes to multiply. It used to be a seasonal disease in Bangladesh, but due to hotter and wetter monsoon brought about by climate change, it has been occurring more frequently since the first recorded outbreak in 2000. Doctors have noted that the condition of current dengue patients deteriorates much faster compared to the last few years. Bangladesh has launched public awareness campaign to prevent mosquito breeding grounds from forming. In sport, head of Nigerian Football Federation Technical Committee, Austin Eguavon, has said that the NFF did not at any time sack Super Falcon coach Randy Wardrum. Newsmen told yesterday that the Falcon manager, after the team's performance at the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, should continue his work to build a formidable squad ahead of the Women's African Cup of Nations and other international engagements. He said NFF Technical Committee at this point is at a positive and healthy relationship with Wardrum. Everybody saw the fine performance of the Super Falcons at the 2023 Women's World Cup. Meanwhile, the Super Falcons will take on Cape Verde in the second round of the 2024 Women's World Cup of Nations. The pairing was confirmed after Cape Verde defeated Liberia over 2 legs to progress into the final qualifying round. The winner between the Super Falcon and Cape Verde will qualify for the 2024 Falcon in Morocco. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On Twitter at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Anambra State Governor Soludo has said Anambra Art Exhibition is necessary for human capital development. Ongoing recruitment into Anambra health sector is for indigenes and non-indigenes. Oil prices has spiked diesel to sell for 1,500 naira per litre. Dengue has killed nearly 1,000 people in Bangladesh. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.